is awesome, Donna. I tell you what, I can't.
Hello, everybody. Doing my first live in probably 3 weeks where it's on my channel. Just 1 second. Needed to close the door. And nobody's in here yet, so I'm just talking to the ether. But I just felt like doing a live because I just haven't done one in a while. So I just wanted to say hey to everybody and have a good little chat before my AA meeting tonight. So I hope everybody else's lives aren't keeping people. Because I know Granny D is doing one right now. I just got out of hers. But I thought I'd sit here and crochet and have a little chat with people and reconnect with those I haven't talked to in a long time. Because it's probably been at least 3 weeks since my last video. Hi, Bridget! How are you? Oh my God, I'm so excited that you're here. Yeah, I haven't really connected with people very much over the last 3 weeks. I've only made one video, and I did a live with Derek and our friend Candace on Saturday, but that was on Derek's channel because we couldn't get it to do my channel. StreamYard would only record and not do a live stream, so we couldn't get it figured out. So we just did it on Derek's. So I'm good, Bridget. I'm a lot better now. The last few weeks have been a struggle, but I'm doing much better now. So I'm really happy to be feeling like I want to be seen again. Hi, Jane. How are you? Thank you for the friend request. And I'm glad that you're glad to see me live as well. I have been slacking on doing lives even when I was still posting videos every day. So I think I'm going to try to make it a daily thing. I'm going to try to do one every day. So I will be back making videos every day, which I didn't make one yesterday because I was going to make it after I got home from my AA meeting. And I got home, I sat down, and I was like, I crocheted for about 5 minutes and watched a little TV, but then I got restless and all I could think of was like my body wanting to crawl out of my skin. So I just paced the house for about 20 minutes and then went to bed. Yeah, I got you, Bridget. I go through phases with especially with Facebook. I'll either be on it all day long or else I don't come on for like weeks at a time. So lately I've been being away from it for weeks at a time. But I'm finally getting caught up on everything that I missed, and I'm posting again and everything. 'Cause, like, sometimes I just don't want to deal with having to interact with other people. Now, this is going to sound really bad, but like sometimes, and I mean on Facebook, I just don't feel like interacting with people. So I get really lazy and I pull back. But I'm glad to see that you're fine, Jane. That's awesome. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Oh. Now, it's been hard crocheting because my hand still hurts and I haven't been able to go to physical therapy. So I think I need to call my doctor and get like a cortisone shot in my hand or something, because this is just getting out of control. I know before, whenever I first started seeing a doctor about my hand, they said surgery might be an option if physical therapy and the cortisone shot didn't do anything. Well, it did the first time, but now this time it's not doing crap. So I don't know what surgery they could do on a muscle that's injured, but who knows? I'll have to just see my sports medicine guy again, which last time I was supposed to see him, I missed. I have been lifting weights. Thank you, Bridget. Since the lockdown here in Oklahoma, in the Oklahoma City area and here in Norman, I haven't been working out for probably 3 weeks now, 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks. So that's sucked because I was really getting into a rhythm. I work out with my sponsor, and it's been really, really helpful getting me in a good place mentally, and I'm happy with how my body looks, and it's just a great way to de-stress. So that's been one of the hardest things about the lockdown is that I haven't been able to go to the gym, and I still connect with my sponsor every day. So that wasn't so much what was making it awesome was hanging out with my sponsor. It was just he's very knowledgeable on how to work out properly. And so I was getting in really good shape until this happened. So I haven't worked out in a month. And so when we go back in a couple of days, it's just going to be hard again. But I'm up for the challenge. I've never hated working out. I just hate getting back into a rhythm. Because once I'm working out, like I could work out every day for months and be totally cool. But like when you haven't been in like 6 months to a year and you're trying to go back, it's like even going 2 or 3 times a week feels just like such a struggle. And it's like you don't want to do it. But also for me, if I have somebody that I'm working out with, that helps a lot too. Yeah, I know I'll hit my rhythm again. It's just I've been worried that since this has happened, I won't want to work out, but that's not the case. I mean, that when it first started, I was worried that I wasn't going to want to work out after it was over. And I'm paying a lot for my gym now. The gym I was going to is like a $10 gym, and it's huge, but it's always just so full of so many people, and it's here in Norman. My sponsor works out in Oklahoma City, and so I started working out at his gym. It's smaller, but it has a lot more amenities. So there's a trade-off for that, and I have to drive into the city, which takes about half an hour to get to where the gym is. Half an hour, 40 minutes. But I don't mind, and like I said, I was starting to look pretty good. And I know I'm wearing like a tank top, and I have a lot of tank tops, and it's something that I wear in the summer when it gets warm. It's something easy. It's cool because especially here in Oklahoma, it gets really, really, really hot. So it's nice to have something that's a little bit cooler to wear, and also you don't get farmer tans if you go outside and you're out in the sun for a long time. So that's a bonus as well, because that's one thing that I really hate about getting sun when you're wearing a short sleeve shirt is you just get that disconnect right there, and it bugs the crap out of me. So I try to wear tank tops as much as I can, especially when I know I'm going to be outside. But well, and here's what I have so far of that. This is going to be the hood. And you can see it's all really curly and it's really bugging me. But I know like the reason why it's curly up here is because whenever I came back to working on this, and I hadn't worked on it in probably over a year, I did the pattern wrong. And this cashmere yarn is impossible to rip out. Hi, Farah. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever, which I haven't done a live in forever. So it just stands to reason that we haven't seen each other. Oh, really, Bridget? Yeah, like this week has been the first week in a while that it's been relatively on the warm enough that I would go outside and be like, I can't spend more than half an hour to an hour out here without starting to get too hot or get too much sun. But I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, but I did the pattern wrong and I couldn't rip out the yarn. So I'm just going to have to get stuck with that ripple in there all the way until I finish this section, which is the hood. And the time of year that I plan on wearing this sleeveless hooded vest is not a time of year that I would need a hood. So it'll all be pushed back. So I don't think you'd really notice that the hood is going to have this little ripple in it. Oh, awesome, Farah. Yeah, Derek didn't tell me. But yeah, there's people who tell me to tell Derek hello, and I always forget too. So I think it's just the sentiment that matters, and not what he gets through from each of us to the other. What do you mean? Because the timings don't match? Are you across the pond or elsewhere in the world, or what do you mean the timings? I can hear my niece and nephew getting in trouble in the other side of the house. You're in Saudi Arabia, Ferris? Holy crap, I did not know that. You've been coming to my lives and we've been chatting all this time, and I didn't know that you were in Saudi Arabia. Holy crap. Well, thank you for staying up late to come to my live. That makes me feel even better than the fact that you're here. Which I'm happy everyone is here. I'm not choosing favorites here, everybody. So don't get it twisted. I'm happy to be connecting with everybody again, just because like the times when I am down are the times that I should be doing something like this, because it'll pull me out of myself. Sent me 3 camels. Awesome. I can't wait to give them a ride. Give them a ride. Get a ride from them. There we go. Because I don't think I could carry a camel on my back, let alone 3. That would just be too much. Too much. You're funny. Are you from Saudi Arabia, or are you stationed there like in the army or military of some sort? Hi, Lisa Chalet. How are you? Thank you for subscribing. Oh, you were over at Green D's? Oh, awesome. Thank you. As soon as I'm done here, I will subscribe back. Because I'll do it from my phone right now. Oh no, I can't do it from my phone. I have to be in the studio on the on my laptop, I think. Yeah. But oh wow. My first video back got 109 views, and my typical number of views are 55 to 75 on average. Sorry, I'm just looking at my analytics. Let me get back to the chat. Yes, Farah, we are on lockdown, but only until tomorrow. Starting the 1st, some businesses are being allowed to open back up, and they just ask if you do go out of the house to wear a mask. It's not required. They're not going to ticket you or not let, well, I don't know. I'm sure a business can say you can't come in here without a mask, but it's not being enforced that you have to wear a mask, but they're just asking everybody, if you go out in public, still wear a mask. And our governor told us, oh, Farrah, got you. Okay. Husband works on the rig. That's cool. It's awesome that you get to be over there with him. I couldn't imagine having a spouse be across the world for months and months at a time that you don't get to see. Oh, half British, half Indian. Sweet. Yeah, Lisa Chalet, the best way to get followers or subscribers, I always say followers because I'm thinking Twitter, is to go to other people's lives and chat and interact with people, interact with the host, and people will follow you. You'll follow them back and everything. That's how I've gotten to where I'm at. I haven't done a lot of lives in probably a month, or gone to a lot of lives in probably a month. And you can tell because my subscriber list stopped at 230 something. And while I was gone, I got like 3 or 4 more subscriptions, which I was really shocked about because I hadn't made a video in like 2 or 3 weeks. But I've been really happy with going to lives because you just interact with people and you get to know these people. And it's really fun. And you watch their videos and everything. It's really cool. And I don't know if you know Noni May. What's Noni May's channel name? She does, her lives are purposefully for building your channel. She'll say numerous times throughout the chat that she just wants everyone to follow each other, subscribe to each other. Jesus. Hi, Jeannie's Crochet Creations. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat. Yes, Farrah, wear a mask. Nancy, I am using, I believe this is a 4. Yeah, I'm using a 4. And I hadn't worked on this in forever, so I didn't remember what hook I was using before this. And I don't think I had a 4. So I think that might also be why this rippling is going on, is because it's not the same size hook. But I got rid of all my old hooks when I got these new hooks, so there's no chance of me finding it. Lisa, I am in Oklahoma, just outside of Oklahoma City, in a town called Norman. It's where the University of Oklahoma is. And yeah, Lisa, if you have any questions, I'm a newbie here as well, but if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be very happy to help you out. If I don't know the answer, I'll direct you on where to go. But yeah, the best way to grow your channel is to go to other people's lives and interact with them, and then they'll follow you. Subscribe to you. Jesus, I cannot say that right. Ooh. Let's see. All right, finally caught up. Yeah, and Bridget, you're right. Posting often will help you grow as well, because people will come across your videos and then maybe subscribe. That's happened to me quite a bit too. And the best way is also to subscribe back to the people who follow you, so they stay subscribed to your channel. Stuff like that. Oh, Lisa, your family's from Oklahoma? That's awesome. Or are you saying Pittsburgh? I don't know who you're talking to right here. I wish you could crochet. Remember my neighbor? She made an entire crochet doll house with dolls and everything. Oh my God, that sounds so awesome, Farrah. Crochet is, I feel, easier than knitting, but there's people who knit who find learning to knit was easier than learning to crochet. I learned to crochet when I was 7, so I definitely had an upper hand on crochet skill when it came to me trying to learn to knit. When I tried to learn to knit, it did not go well. It did not go well at all. And I belong to a knitting and crochet group here in Oklahoma, and they are convinced that this year they are going to teach me how to knit. So they said after the new year, once I was done with my Christmas project, which I didn't complete any of them because I ended up going to rehab, they said they would get me to sit down and learn how to knit and knit properly, because they think I need to do the what's it called, continental knitting continental, because of the way I hold my tension when I crochet. So yeah. Let's see. Nancy said another stream is Brenda Land. Go to her channel and interact with others. Okay, I didn't know about Brenda Land. I'll have to put that in mind, Nancy. Oh, really? Lisa, that's awesome. They are here in Norman. That's really cool. Yeah, Norman is a big town. So unless they are my age or, go to church with my parents, I don't think there's a chance that we would have a run in, at least, but not knowing it, I guess. Yeah, and Farrah, I definitely want to push you to try to learn if you're really wanting to. It's it's not, I'm saying easy, because for some it takes a bit to really learn it, but it's such a fun pastime. You create something, so you're getting to use the right side of your brain. You choose what color, what pattern, everything, and you make it. And you either keep it, give it away, whatever you plan to do with it, and then you start on something else. Or unless you're like me, you start something, get about a third of the way through it, get bored, then you start something else, and then the same thing there, and then you just keep jumping around until suddenly you have 9 unfinished projects, and you have to sit down, hunker down, and go back to the ones that you've already started and finish those before starting something else, which I really need to do that, because I got a bunch of yarn in the last month and a half, and I need to finish the things I have so I can start something new. Let's see. Okay. Um, Bridget says knitting for me is way easier than crochet, but you love both. That's cool. See, and that's like that people have their thing that's easier for them. And for me, learning to knit did not go well, and I hated it. And I think part of that was because I am such an exceptional crocheter, um, that my skill level, I mean, at least, not that I produce all these amazing things like some people on here do. Like I see things that people post, and I'm just like, oh my god, I wish I had the patience to make that, or the whatever to make that, or I wish I could crochet that fast that I could finish a project like that in a couple weeks. But with my hands, I can only crochet so much every day before it starts to pain me, and then I have to stop, or else just crochet in pain. Which I did do that the other night because I really want to finish this um, hooded sleeveless vest, which I guess a vest is sleeveless, but I think that's what the pattern says is sleeveless hooded vest. Okay. Crochet crowd. That's another one. Okay. Farrah wants to know about the time, about how long does it take to learn crochet? I would say to get to where you can make like extravagant things or fancier things, maybe a month or less. It depends on how fast you learn, and how often you work at it. When I first started to crochet seriously back in like 2009, 2010, that first probably year I just made simple things, but I didn't crochet a whole lot. But then that second year, I really dug in and started to learn. I got a stitch book. I learned how to not learn how to crochet, but learn stitches book, and it had like over 500 stitches in it. I still use it, and that helped a lot because it just made me try new things. You had to do a pattern with basic stitches to make it look like this, and I made a lot of scarves. A lot of scarves. That used to be all that I solely made were scarves until I learned this fingerless crochet glove that are dragon scales with the crocodile stitch. And after that, I just went everywhere. I did everything I possibly could. And Bridget agrees, knitting continental is the way to go. Yes, I saw a video about that a woman said it's a lot faster than the throwing method. Okay, bye, Lisa Shelley. Have a good night. Farrah said you learned a bit of knitting in school. That's awesome. I wish my school had taught something like this. One, because I would have already known what I was doing, and it would have gone over better than when I tried to learn when I was 7. When I was 7, I could only crochet single chains, and I'd take a whole skein of yarn and do it all in single chains, and it would piss my mom off so much because she would have to undo it and then roll the skein up into a ball, and then I would just do it again. So she got very upset with me. Oh, thank you, Farrah, for reminding everybody to hit the like button. I appreciate you. Oh, wow, Nancy. I didn't know that you had a stroke. But yeah, you have to, it could take anybody any amount of time. My friend Derek the Knitwit Strong, he's the one who talked me into making my YouTube channel here. I taught him in 4 hours how to crochet, and within a couple weeks he was doing full projects. When I say full projects, I mean like afghans and things that are expansive to do, especially for a new person. So not to toot my own horn, but I'm a good teacher. And it was just, I'd never taught anyone who was left-handed before, one, and two, it was my first time actually teaching somebody. And so I wasn't always vocalizing what I meant. And then he wouldn't do what he thought was right from what I told him. So it was very back and forth, very frustrating. Neither of us at the other person. It was just, I was frustrated that I couldn't verbalize what I was trying to get across, and he was getting frustrated that, from various things, just not because it wasn't going well. And so he thought he wasn't getting it. But in the end, he made a swatch of single crochets that were about that big. And let me tell you what, those things were perfect. I was so proud of it that I took a photo of it and posted it to some of my Facebook crochet and knit groups. And I was like, I just taught someone to crochet. This is the swatch that they made after 4 hours of teaching. And I was so proud of him. And he went off to the races with it. Although he did already know how to knit. So one thing that did help him out a lot is that he knew how to hold tension. Because I feel like that's the biggest trouble when it comes to learning to crochet, is getting your tension right. So let's see. Doilies. I have never crocheted a doily, Farah. Oh, hi, Wendy. Sorry, I missed you coming in. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Yeah, I've never done a doily. I don't like working with small hooks and small yarn. Although I mean, a lot of the yarn that I've gotten in now and have been working with lately have been a two-weight sport weight yarn. I don't know. I don't think I have the patience for a doily. And I know that sounds stupid because I've never tried it, but I will have to try it sometime. Oh, cool, Farah. Yeah, and a friend of mine, my friend Candace, she's in mine and Derek's crochet and knitting group. If you get on Saturdays around 2 p.m. Central Time, you can find our Saturday crochet group. And I guess for that would probably be Sunday morning for you. But we do a crochet and knit group, and we just shoot the shit for like 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours, and chat with everybody who's in there in the live, and chat with each other. But Candace makes some really cool doilies. She showed us this book that she has, and they are doilies that are not like your grandmother's doilies. They are like fancy stuff. I was really blown away. So she might do I think Nancy was trying to talk her into doing a tutorial on a doily. And so we'll see if she does that. She wasn't very keen on making YouTube videos again. But we might talk her into it because she's so awesome and everybody needs to get to know her. Let's see. Oh, your stroke was 20 years ago. It took years for the stroke, but I learned how to crochet. Now it's... Oh, I didn't know you had cancer. Are you... Oh, God, I'll pray for you, Nancy. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's Continental is easier. That's what I've heard, Nancy. So I will definitely, whenever it comes to trying to learn to knit again, I'll make sure I learn Continental. Yeah, fair. I agree with you. I'm glad Nancy's okay now. 2 p.m. Central is 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe, Nancy. I'm getting very ow, I'm sitting sorry, was sitting on my leg like half Indian style. Oh my God, my ankle is killing me. Hi, Yarn Happy Kim, how are you? And it's Candace. Oh, I can't remember the name of her channel, or else I'd tell you to go subscribe to her. It's like something your soul, like not but your soul, or something like that. Oh, geez, Farah, that sounds scary. My parents went to the grocery store this week, and they said it wasn't that bad, and they actually had a lot of stuff in this time that wasn't there last time. So I think things are finally evening out in the realm of what's wrong? There we go. In the realm of shopping and necessities, but it's just the danger is going outside. Well, Nancy, I'll say a prayer for you. I'm sorry to hear that you're going through that, but um, you can just do the treatments that they suggest and hope for the best and remain positive. I've never had cancer, so clearly I have no idea what it's like for you. So I'm not going to pretend that I do. But I mean, if it happened to me, that would be the things I would try to keep in my mind. Remain positive, hope for the best, don't get down. Just live like nothing's changed. Because living in fear is not living. And that's one thing that's been really hard about this COVID-19 stuff is that we're living in fear. And, you know, every day on the news, it's some other awful thing. And the death toll rises and more infections and everything. And it's hard to not let that get you down. And I've stopped watching the news because I don't want to take part in any negativity. So it's been a rough couple of weeks there too for that. Okay, Bridget, no worries. Yeah, I'll be here probably. Oh, it's 5:12 already. Wow, the time has really flown by. I'll probably only be here another 10 minutes, maybe. I have an AA meeting at 5:30, and I need to make that. I'm doing a 90 and 90, and which I never. After I relapsed, I had a slouch in meetings I went to, but I didn't completely stop going to meetings. But my sponsor suggests I do a 90 and 90 since my relapses, and which I mean, I was planning on doing a meeting every day for my first year in sobriety. So like this is nothing's changed. But my point being is I need to be at this meeting online because I know he's going to be there. So if I miss it, then he'll be like, why weren't you at the meeting? Oh, that's not how he sounds. Yeah, Bridget, I agree with you. Oh, wow, Bridget, that's amazing. See, there's for every story where someone, when they first find out they have stage 4 and they have a week to live, I feel like there's so many more stories where it's like with you, Bridget. They said you weren't going to last 5 years, and now it's 12. Every day is a blessing. Oh, that's awesome, Nancy. No chemo? Are they going to do at least do radiation, anything like that, or is it not metastasized? Night, Farah. Have a good night. Stay safe. When you brave the grocery store tomorrow, be sure to wear your mask. All right. Let's see. I don't know that kind of phone. A Motorola G7. I've I've never heard of it. But also, I'm an iPhone snob. I'm an Apple snob. Like everything I have is um phone. I mean, just everything is Apple. And I'm not saying everything else that isn't Apple sucks. I'm just saying I prefer Apple and I've gotten accustomed to how it works. And I don't think I could go to anything else. Can you guys see me? I just had a message come up saying unable to connect to chat. Okay. There's chat working now. That was weird. Okay, Nancy, I can understand. I mean, I can imagine how bad chemo must be. So, I know. I think you said you're in your 50s, maybe. So that's going to be really hard on your body. So, I don't blame you. I'll just keep praying for you and hope that everything works out all right. You can't do iPhone, Bridget. Have you ever tried it? Just kidding. Sorry. Like I said, I'm not a snob, but after I got my first iPhone, I think it was the 3G, which was the second generation iPhone. I was hooked. I was hooked, and I have not had like another phone, other kind of phone since. I've had people show me their um, their phones, and I just look at it and I go, where in my like what's the app store? And like because I think of things like the Apple App Store. Um um oh, you guys are saying I'm fine. I was confused for a second. Yeah, like it came up and said the chat wasn't working, but it's like the time was going by and it didn't say I had a bad connection. So I just wanted to make sure that um I wasn't talking to the ether and nobody could see me. London fog. You wanted to throw the phone after 5 minutes. That's funny, Bridget. And that's how I feel about other phones. I look at them and I just know how the Apple iPhone works. And, I've gotten so used to it. I think if I had to switch phones, I would be completely lost. I wouldn't get to places because I wouldn't know how to use the maps. I wouldn't answer texts for days at a time because I wouldn't, one also I picture the worst when it comes to things like phones, and so the thought of not having my phone sucks. Like my phone, the charging port stopped working, and I had to get it fixed, and I was without my phone for a day and a half. That day and a half was a very long day and a half. I was worried because I spilled some stuff on my phone. And I think that's what ruined the charging port. I was afraid it had ruined the whole phone, but luckily it didn't. But whatever I spilled got into the speaker down here. And this is a new case too, to hopefully keep spillages from happening more. But when I talk to people on the phone, I have to use speakerphone because doing this speaker, they usually can't hear me. So I'll have to, once the mall opens back up and I can go to the Apple store, I'll have to see if they can clean it out or something. Nancy, no, I have not heard from Noni. I haven't got notifications for lives in a long time, and somehow they got shut off on my phone. So I haven't seen any notifications come up saying that Noni has done a live, but I did notice that she posted a video the other day, which I still have yet to watch. I have it open on my tabs on my computer so I can watch it. But it was only like 2 minutes long. So I don't know if she has something going on. Hi, Handmade Designs. How are you? Um I need to probably email her and see if she's okay. Um I'm good, Handmade Designs. I'm doing my first live in like, ooh, was that doing my first live in like 3 weeks. That's on my channel. I did one with Derek the Nitwit Strong and our friend Candace on Saturday. But well, thank you, Bridget, for reminding everybody. But yeah, it's just been a downtime for me, and that's I was talking about earlier, is whenever I am down is when I need to do lives because it'll make me interact with people and pull me out of myself. But when I'm in that state of mind, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I want to lay down. I want to just let the world envelop me and, stuff like that. And it's just, that's not a good way to cope during that time. Yeah, Nancy, Noni May is my adopted mom as well. And I saw a Brenda Land video come up in my notifications, so I'm going to go in there and try to pay attention to when her live streams come up, because that's a good way to build your channel. All right. Well, I think I need to go ahead and end this live stream so I can log into my online AA meeting. I just wanted to thank everybody for stopping by. Sorry that we're having to go so soon after you getting here, Handmade Designs. But thank you for still stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'm going to post a video tonight still, so you can see more of this. It's just I need to do this meeting before I can do that, and I'll probably have to eat dinner before I do the video, and it's just hopefully I'll post it before midnight. But all right, thank you for stopping by, everybody. Have a great night. Stay safe, and be sure to remain positive during this trying time. All right, talk to you later. Bye.